In some of the most brutal corners of ancient law, animals weren't just beasts of burden or battlefield companions. They were instruments of execution. In South and Southeast Asia, particularly in India, execution by elephant was a feared and dramatic form of capital punishment. These were no ordinary elephants. They were trained executioners. With incredible precision, they could crush a skull in a single step or tear a body apart limb by limb. Sometimes the condemned would be tossed in the air, trampled, or dragged. Ancient Rome turned executions into entertainment. Condemned criminals, prisoners of war, and Christians were thrown into arenas to face lions, leopards, bears, and other ferocious animals. It wasn't just about death. It was about the slow, horrifying anticipation of being hunted and mauled alive in front of roaring crowds. Other cultures adopted similar punishments. In some regions, victims were thrown into pits filled with alligators, crocodiles, or even piranhas. The condemned didn't always die instantly. Often they were bitten, thrashed, and slowly consumed, sometimes still conscious as their flesh was torn away. In medieval Europe and imperial China, execution by being torn apart by horses was another gruesome method. A person's limbs would be tied to 4 horses, which were then driven in opposite directions. The result was horrifying. Slow dismemberment, bones and muscles pulled to their limits before tearing apart. Another form included the condemned being sewn into a leather sack alongside a collection of live animals, usually a dog, a monkey, a snake, and a rooster, and thrown into a river. They were trapped in the dark with panicked, biting animals while slowly drowning.